Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ATS. I am so happy to see the community coming alive again with the upcoming Colorado DLC, with everything that is updating. 139 is out. All the different mods are getting updated as well. Right now we are driving with the Freightliner FLB by Harven, with the Detroit Diesel 60 series engine that comes with the truck. Unfortunately, Z-Mod hasn't updated his sounds yet. Those are my absolute favorite, but this one is no pushover. So we'll do a Q&A episode today. We're hauling a tractor on my own lowboy trailer here at the back. And we are back to single monitor setup as requested. Thank you guys for giving me feedback. I know a lot of you also enjoyed the triple monitors, but at the end of the day I made a poll and a lot of people prefer the single monitor more, which I totally understand, because yeah, you cannot see so much. Even though the triple monitor setup is super immersive, it's not that felt so much because you can't see it. Compared with a single monitor like this, everything I see, you see exactly. So I completely understand and I am perfectly fine with it. Because man, you can see the advantages, right? Higher frame rate. How much is our FPS right now? So I capped it at 120 FPS, but we're not actually reaching that. We're not maxing out the CPU and GPU either. But yeah, this is with all the bells and whistles, all the mods, NVIDIA Profile Inspector, the maximum, shadows at its highest, 8192 texture size and everything. So pretty smooth. Hopefully the experience is super smooth on your end as well. But yes, we are going with this setup, and if I get some requests in the future to go back to the triple monitors, to go back to the extra cam setup, we can do that from time to time always. So you guys just let me know, okay? In the meantime, stick around and let's enjoy the single monitor goodness together. 139. I'm sure some of you guys have seen some sneak peeks of Colorado. I think Squirrel featured it. Let me know how you find it. Let me know which interesting areas you would recommend to explore first, so that when I get Colorado, we can explore it together. Unfortunately, I'm not part of the cool kids club. I think it might be true, or maybe I got blacklisted. Sorry SES if it's ever true. But yeah, a lot of people have been thinking that I got the DLC already. No, I haven't. That's why I'm still driving here. Otherwise, I would have made a Colorado video already. But release date is in a few days, so hang tight. For sure, we will explore it one way or the other. We are now in Idaho. So we started in, I think we started in Jackpot. Yeah, Jackpot to Grangeville. So crossing over from Nevada to Idaho. And we can speed up here. I know a lot of you guys are interested in this truck as well. I know specifically Jack this is his favorite truck, and it has been a while since I've tried this truck myself, and I must say I miss it. Ever since Overfloater's K100E came out, I don't think I had the chance to drive this anymore, because I mean the K100E is also a cab over, this is a cab over, and I was thinking, well, I like Overfloater's K100E more. Now though that I'm driving this one, I'm not so sure, because the customization that comes with this truck is amazing, and it is no pushover either when it comes to optimization. It is a very optimized truck. I took a look at the number of triangles a while ago. While it is a bit higher than SCS, it is not much more so you shouldn't feel any performance impact compared with an SCS truck. Unlike some of the other high poly high triangle count trucks, modded trucks that we have. Alright, but anyway, this is supposed to be a Q&A episode. Maybe let me just go through some of the updates. 139, what did I change? Most of the mods I use are working, although I had to troubleshoot quite a bit last weekend. I was getting a weird issue when I tried to activate Coast to Coast, Caribbean map, and the Team Reforma maps. I'm not sure if they're fully compatible. Either that or I just made a wrong, maybe I just made a wrong load order. I'm not so sure. But yeah, I was getting crashes. AI cars had that weird shadow at the bottom, like they were on a platform, like a shadow platform. It was so weird, and I was getting crashes like with a seemingly random event like this. When I look at the log, it was a Cessna. Like I would imagine it's the crashed Cessna as a random event, crashed airplane on the side of the road. And that was crashing, that was causing the crash, so I wasn't sure what's causing it, but I had to disable a lot of mods, as always, the beauty of modding. Eventually I think I got rid of it. At the end of it all, I removed Grimes' real companies that might be causing some conflicts, and I removed Coast to Coast and Caribbean map. So right now the only map mods we have are the ones from Team Reforma. That's why we are sticking to the West Coast, more or less. Anyway, JBX has updated his, well, not fully, but this is JBX graphics. This has a 139 fix, and it works pretty well. I'm trying out a new realistic rain mod by Dark Captain. It's not so new, but it's only now that I activated it. What else? Krishboom's engine sounds have been updated for 139, thank goodness. Because initially we only had Rabbinicus sounds, and thanks Rabbinicus for that. Although they are a bit loud on my end, so I had to lower the volume. Other than that, the quality was nice and quite interesting engine sounds from Rabbinicus. I haven't heard some of those sounds before, like the N14 Lope that you guys heard in the previous silent trucking video. The one with the Peterbilt 389. Oh, and yes, I tried out the realistic brutal weather for a bit. There was a new version, the Unforgiving edition. I didn't like it so much. It was a bit hazy and foggy as always. I think it's the signature look of RBW. It's a matter of personal taste, but I don't like it so much. So I went back to JBX. And now I know not a lot of JBX fans either. Actually, a lot of fans, but a lot of haters too. So it's like halfway. But yeah, it has that Instagram-ish look. But in some cases, man, that looks great. Takes your eyes a few minutes to get used to it. But after a while, it becomes silky smooth. And it blends with the whole picture. Anyway, right, what else in terms of mod updates? What do I have? JBX, the trucks. Yes, interior exterior reworks by Alexei P. It's not closed anymore, so he has updated it to 139 as well. There are a couple of manual fixes though. Make sure to read the instructions, and as always, the mods list link is in the video description. All the links, all the instructions are there, or linked there at least. So make sure to read the respective threads. Freightliner FLB, Mac R, John Ruda's Freightliner Classic XL has been updated to 139 as well. So a lot of things, a lot of mods are getting updated to 139 thankfully. So now we can get the low boy goodness from 139, this one I'm hauling right now, while still enjoying our favorite mods. Perfect combination. Oh man, thought I was going to make it there. And yeah, I'm a bit missing the triple monitor goodness. Offline, I was playing yesterday. I was in ATS Vanilla, just leveling up my profile, my vanilla profile. So if I ever get Colorado, I can feature it without mods as requested by SES. Whenever you feature an early access content, a work in progress content, they don't want any mods to be in the mix. So I want my vanilla profile to be up to date and leveled up so I can have access to all the different config options. So I was playing vanilla, I was leveling up, I was in triple monitor goodness. Oh my goodness, I was just inside, immersed, totally immersed in that world. I wish I could share with you somehow, but for now this is the best we have, and I think it is the best option given our limitations. Single monitor with track IR, better frame rate, and better immersion for viewing. So we'll keep this for now. But yeah, offline I've been driving in triple monitor. It is so good. It is so good. Right, I think we can dive on to the questions. Let me see. These questions are from August. Oh, we've crossed August now. So very late in answering. And if you have any questions of your own, make sure to let me know. There is a form in the video description, a link to a Google form in the video description where you can ask your question, and I'll answer it in a couple of months at the rate we're going. Anyway, question from Karlis. Would you like to be a dad, guardian, etc.? If yes, would you prefer a boy or a girl? Mrs. Clumsy and I talk about this quite a bit. We are not opposed to the idea. We're not like craving for it so much either. Oh, that looks so good. Is this the famous like falls in Idaho? Let me just cross it, I think so. Let's take a photo here later. I think new viewpoint, yeah. Of that jake break. Okay, I'll take a photo there later. Alright. So yeah, we think we want, like, we're okay, but we're not really targeting it, if you get what I mean. So if it comes, it comes. But I don't know. I guess right now we're at that point where we are. I don't know how other couples see it, but let me see. I'm not sure how they feel when they decide that they want to have kids, for example. But maybe they find that something is lacking, or not really, that they want to take it to the next level or something, but I don't really get that feeling. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I am perfectly happy with Mrs. Clumsy, the two of us, and I don't feel that there's any void in there or a missing piece, so to speak. So I'm not personally opposed to having a child, because I think it would be nice, it would be fun, it would be hectic, it would change my life for sure. But you know, passing on your legacy to a child is something that is pretty exciting to think about, but craving for it, you know. Like, I guess what I'm trying to just say mainly is I'm happy where I am right now. I'm happy that Mrs. Clumsy is with me, and that is more than enough. And if God decides to give us something more in the future, then we will gladly accept it. But either way works with me. That's my answer, basically. Thanks for the question, Karlis. If I prefer it a boy or girl, I'm not sure either. I kind of think I would prefer it to be a boy, just because I probably would know more what to do. Otherwise, I would be super clueless if it was a girl. But either way is fine. I'm usually like that. I usually like to, how do you say, go with the flow. You know, adjust as things happen. Like, I have an overall idea, an overall plan or direction, a very, very rough, high-level direction. But I don't really, I talked about this in previous videos, I'm not really a very goal-oriented person. Like, oh, by this age, I want to be this much. Like for example, in YouTube, I don't have subscriber goals. Like, oh, I want to reach 50,000 by this year. Not really. What I try to do is I want to make videos. I want to make it as good as I can. I want to level up my game when I can. I want to continue thinking of ideas and improving the channel. And if subscribers come, then they come. If viewers increase, then they increase. If they don't, then they don't. But I focus on what I can do, and the results, well, I adjust based on the results, but I don't target results specifically. I target actions. So it's the same here. Like, I don't really try and target a specific outcome, but whatever comes out, I would adjust and make the most out of it. So that's more of a going with the flow kind of vibe. And I know not everyone agrees with that, but I've been able to live a more, how do you say, carefree life with that mindset. So I don't feel so much pressure, and I am able to enjoy every bit of life that is given to me. And I get to appreciate more what I have. So there. Words of wisdom from Clumsy. Alright. Thanks, Karlis. Ghost Rider 115 asks, why is your channel name The Clumsy Geek? I know, it's not very catchy. Or maybe it is, but in a very bad way. It's not very positive, is it? Clumsy and Geek. But I wanted to, when I was thinking of channel name way back before I started, of course I don't have any marketing background, so I would say it's not the best, but it's what I have. It's what I came up with, so I'm sticking with it. But anyway, what I thought of was, maybe I thought of descriptors, you know. I thought of things that could describe me. And I am definitely clumsy, as you guys might probably have seen in most of the other videos. In this video specifically, it hasn't happened yet, but what the heck is that? Shadow from a plane, I think. There was something overflying us. There you go. Interesting. Very quiet plane though. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm not quite sure anymore how I came up with it. I just remember I was thinking of descriptors, you know, adjectives, things that I can describe myself as. And I knew that I was clumsy, whether that's in the physical or virtual world. I have poor hand-eye coordination, that's why I'm very bad at racing. So I'm much better fitted to the relaxed environments, so I don't have to exhibit my clumsy skills. So I knew I was clumsy, and I knew that I was a geek, I was a nerd. I like to geek out on things, study things, analyze things, how things work, why things are the way they are, why this and not that. I like to go into the detail. So I knew that I was clumsy, I knew that I was a geek. And I don't know, I just maybe thought of some words that don't make it sound like I'm boasting. And maybe I was thinking in a way that I could put a positive light on such negative such negative words. Like maybe I can actually put a spin on it. Like eventually when people say clumsy, they don't think of something bad, they think of something that is relaxing because they remember the Clumsy channel. You know, things like that. So maybe it's my way of giving a chance to these negative adjectives. Giving them a new light. St. Martin's Hospital. I didn't notice that before. Where are we now? 184 miles to go. Yeah. Northbound. It's been a while since I've driven here. But yeah, later on I realized, it's not the catchiest, or maybe it has become one. But I guess from a marketing point of view, it's not really the best way to go. But once you've gotten something, I stuck with it, and eventually people recognized it. Just a tiny bit, so I'm happy. So thank you guys for recognizing it. I remember my very old videos. I had a different greeting. I think it was more on because I started a channel, I think in City Skylines, but I quickly moved to Ark Survival Evolved, and normally the content creators for Ark are very enthusiastic, let's say. Chill would not be the word to describe them, because it's an adrenaline pumping game being chased by dinosaurs and stuff. And so I thought of some greetings, if I remember correctly, the hello, the intro part. I think my initial greeting was something like, "Hey guys, it's the Clumsy Geek." Yeah, I think that was the initial version. Oh man, I'm cringing whenever I hear it, but it's part of the process. So eventually I decided to remove the and the geek. It's still there in the official name, but people were getting confused on what to call me. Some were calling me CG, because the logo is CG, right? So there are a lot of conflicting info there. Not the best at marketing, I told you. Some were calling me geek, some were calling me clumsy. So either it's clumsy, CG, geek, or TCG. Many names. And I wanted at least what you call me to be at least uniform, so it's easily distinguishable, at least in terms of branding, so to speak. There would only be one version. So eventually I moved to the "Hey guys, Clumsy here" greeting, so that at least people would know, even though the channel itself the banner would still be the Clumsy Geek, the name is only Clumsy. I refer to myself as Clumsy, so if you watch the videos, then you would immediately know what to call me. It wouldn't be as confusing. But yeah, the full name is still the Clumsy Geek, and that's what I use in all the social media channels as well. Anyway, it's all good. I think it's sticking now eventually, and yeah, if I look back, it's not the best name out there, but we can, as what I mentioned in the beginning, we take what we're given, or in this case, I take what I made for myself, and I go with it, and I make the most out of it. So I'm sticking with it. Thanks for the question, Ghost Rider. Dragex had a question as well. How come you don't wear headphones as such anymore, and just little earphone things? I answered this in a previous stream, but a lot of people probably weren't able to watch that, because when I stream, it's 3 hours. Not everyone will have 3 hours to spare every single week. yeah, for the benefit of those who didn't see or didn't hear, I was using what was that? The Audio Technica ATH M50X headphones, if I remember correctly. It was great. Had great audio quality, much better than what I am using right now. Because right now I'm just using earphones. If you've seen me during the streams, I'm just using earbuds. Earbuds that came from my very old phone, my HTC One phone. If you guys still remember that phone. Came with black and red earbuds. So nothing fancy. But so I was using the the headphones before. Ooh, train, nice. But I was getting like, it was too tight for me, the headphones, and I already tried loosening it. I wore it for years and it's just tight. So I didn't realize it at that time, but I thought initially it was because of my gym. When I go to the gym, when I do classes, I tend to grind my teeth when it's getting hard, like when I'm lifting. It's a very bad habit. And I started feeling my jaw was popping when I was moving it. So initially I thought it was because of the gym. So I didn't pay it mind. I tried to be more conscious when going to the gym, but it didn't really go away completely. And on some days it was stronger than the others. And the headphones started flaking out. So these seem very unrelated stories, but bear with me. So the headphones started flaking out. You know, the leather was like getting to pieces, if you get what I mean. Like it was drying out and it was disintegrating bit by bit. Because it was that kind of leather. Very nice here, very beautiful views. So it was like that, and initially when that first happened, I went to the Audio Technica service center. I had it replaced. I had the leather parts replaced. It was kind of costly. I think it cost me, I don't know, around 30 to 50 bucks if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was a very manual step. I had to go there to the service center and leave it there for a couple of hours, go back. And they did a good job, but it was quite pricey. And now it happened again, but I was not very enthusiastic on having it repaired anymore. I was a bit lazy to go back there and do the whole thing and spend again. So instead I tried to go just temporarily use another device. But I didn't have any other device. I didn't have any other headphones. I only had these from my phone. So I tried it. These earbuds. And the earbuds were good actually. They have good quality. I can't complain about them, and they were very comfy. And I realized as I continued using these earbuds, the popping of my jaw disappeared. So apparently I eventually discovered that the popping of my jaw was caused by the headphones, weirdly enough. I think the headphones were too tight. They were pressing against my jaw so much. And whenever I was streaming, I was wearing that for 3 hours straight. So like the day after I stream, almost like clockwork, I would get these popping sounds from my jaw and it would be scary. But ever since I moved to the earbuds, they're gone. The popping disappeared completely, even if I still go to the gym, even if I still do the classes, the fitness classes and everything. So I confirmed that the jaw popping was caused by the headphones. So it was a blessing in disguise that the headphones started disintegrating, because I got a chance to try out something and it turned out to be much better for me. So it might not look as cool, but my jaw is definitely thanking me for it. So yeah, that's just one perfect example of how like going with the flow goes. I could have gone like when my headphones started disintegrating. That's the viewpoint. Where? Why don't I see it in the map? Interesting. So whenever when it happened, when my headphones started disintegrating, I could have groaned and gone frustrated, thinking, oh, it's an additional expense again, I have to maintain this again, stuff like that. Why did it have to happen now? You know, all these different thoughts that I could have thought of. But, you know, it happened, so I adjust. So I look for something that I can use. I use the earbuds. And yeah, oftentimes it becomes one way or the other a blessing in disguise. Of course, some of the things can be, wow, that's looking nice. Some things can be frustrating, some things can be really difficult, but I try as much as possible to look at the brighter side, find the silver lining, and turn things into blessings in disguise. And in this case, it proved that way. Even though I lost a very nice quality premium headphones, I also healed my jaw, gave my jaw enough time to heal. And now, if I open it completely, don't hear anything. Actually, if I did that when I was using headphones, you would have heard it through the mic. Mrs. Clumsy was getting scared of it. Came to a point where I almost had it checked. Stop. Look. Listen. Oh, this would have been so nice in a triple monitor screen. This is my absolute favorite thing to do when I'm in triple monitors. I'm driving offline, looking left and right at the intersection. This is good. How much FPS are we getting now? 90. That's pretty low. That's good. It's because of all the settings I put in, all the increased shadows. Man, I miss this truck. Very nice, very sleek. Very enjoyable to use, to drive. And the sounds are no pushover. I don't think they're as good as Z mods, but they're not bad. They're not just perfect. Like, I don't have any complaints about them. It's just that when I compare them to Salmon River, changing time zones when we cross here. So it's not that I have any complaints about them. It's just that when I try and remember how Z mods sounded like, then yeah, I start missing his sounds. I actually tried to bring those sounds back last weekend. I had a bit of time to fiddle around, so I studied how the new file structure works in 139 for sounds, and I understand it now, so I adapted it. But at the end of the day, I realized it is not enough to fiddle with the file structure. You really have to update the bank, the fmod sound file, the bank file. And I don't know how to use fmod Studio, so I'm really limited when it comes to that. So at the end of it, I wasn't able to update. So Zmod will really have to come alive and update it. Hope he's doing fine and hope he comes back. Ooh, things are looking pretty interesting here. Looks like the sun is going down. Right. So thank you for the question, Dragex. Yeah, I think it's the first time I told that full story though, so thanks for asking. Alright. There are a couple of questions for Flight Sim as well, interestingly enough. Haven't done any Q&As in Flight Sim. I think I might do that next time. We'll see how to fit that in. Next question is from Antonio Almeida. Thank you for asking. This is... Actually, no. 1 second. There was someone who... No, it's good, it's good. Do you think one day on ATS 2 there will be a map the same size as Flight Simulator 2020? Ah, yeah, like a 1:1 thing. I can't see that far ahead, but I don't think that will happen anytime soon. How far away are we? We're almost there. Yeah, because as right now, right, the scale of this map, of the ATS and ATS2 map, I believe they're 1:19, and it's not really, I mean, as it is right now, SCS is having such a hard time creating different states. We are far away from having a full United States inside ATS, and that is already 1:19. So how much more with 1:1? So, and unfortunately, I don't think having, like, how do you say, there has to be some kind of automation in there. I don't think it can be done using only manual work, unless there are like thousands of employees or more. It's dark now, but I guess it can be done technically, but I don't think it's realistic, at least not in the near future, because Flight Sim has an advantage. Flight Sim, they can use satellite imagery, because normally when you're flying, you're thousands of feet up in the air, and that means from your point of view, the ground is very small, it's very far, and that means there doesn't have to be as much detail in there. But when you're driving like this, the tree, the lamppost is right next to you, that sign, all the road markings is right next to you. You are 5 feet away from it instead of 5,000 feet away. And so the detail has to be so much more. And the satellite imagery don't have that much detail, at least not yet. You would need something else. Now, if we are able to find that something else, maybe the like photogrammetry, or what do you call it? Some kind of like Google Street View, for example, then that can work actually. Oh, and my Google just came alive. I have my Google watching standing by on my phone, so I can ask it questions by just speaking to it. It's very handy. Let's try it. Hey Google, tell me something about Grangeville. It heard Green Channel, never mind. I think Grangeville might be too unique, too much of a proper noun for it to understand. But yeah, it's handy for, especially when driving like this. Sometimes though, it does catch some false positives. Finding my gear, there you go. So yeah, I don't think that will come anytime soon, Antonio, but we can keep our fingers crossed that SCS ramps up and increases their pace of creating DLCs. In the meantime, we enjoy what we get. So thanks for the question, and I think we'll end it there because we're almost at the destination. So thanks for the questions, guys. Keep them coming. We are catching up. That question from Antonio was actually from October. Oh, interesting. Yeah, just skipped the entire September, because many of those are flight sim questions. Right, so let's go and turn into the company here. There we go. I think we'll have to reverse it in though. Huge tires here. Don't even see my trailer anymore. Interesting, this place with flickering lights even. I wonder if that was by design or if a graphical glitch on my end. Ah, this one. Interesting. Okay. Wait. actually just go straight in. It's a straight in parking. But I don't think I'm at the right spot for it. I think I had to get some space on the other side. So let's reverse here. Do we have beacons? No, I don't think I set any beacons. That's fine. Bear with me, guys. Oh, it's a bit loud. Alright, let's get some space. Stay inside the cab so it's not too noisy. Also, let me know about the sound levels. I am seeing a lot of peaking in the audio volume, so I might need to lower the overall game sounds. So if you didn't hear anything I said, let me know and we'll adjust next episode. As always, it's a constant work in progress. Everything is a constant work in progress. Oh crap, I don't think this will work. Well, we can try. Probably squeeze it in somehow. Push off this table or something. I think that can work. If needed, I can reverse it in a bit. The important thing is we don't hit that side. That looks good. Oh, spoke too soon. What was that question again? Why are you named Clumsy? What am I hitting? Oh, I think I hit this right side. The left side is clear, but the right side isn't. Went too much on this right side here. There you go. That looks better. Will you accept that or we'll have to reverse it? I think I'll have to reverse. Fine. That's okay. More than happy to reverse. Provides a good challenge. So yeah, thanks for the constant feedback, guys. Thanks for letting me know which you prefer. We're sticking with single monitors in the meantime. I definitely see the appeal of it. My goodness, this trailer doesn't want to turn. We're so far from there. I'm not sure if that... Oh, it did. Thank you. Phew. Man, I love this truck. Cool. Very nice, sleek, metallic look as well. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Bit longer than usual. Looking forward to the next Q&A. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And catch you in the next episode. Have a good one. Clumsy Trucking.